If you guys want to know how Shiba Inu is going to reach 1 cent and maybe even $1, here's how. It's called burning, right? We know this. We know that Shiba Inu continues to be burnt at a historic level more than almost any other cryptocurrency on the market right now. Look right here. In the past 24 hours, there have been a total of 56 million SHIB tokens burned and over 9 transactions so far. That's a total of 410 trillion Shiba Inu tokens that have been burnt thus far. That's 41% of the overall circulating supply, of course, out of the 1 quadrillion. Now, you might think that's still not enough. And it is, right? It's not enough. Sure, to get to 1 cent, to get to $1, we legitimately have to burn almost the entire supply, pretty much at that point. But hear me out on my reasoning for this. The more the community continues to rally around this idea of the burning strategies, the burning events, everything that's going on with the burns, I truly believe that one day, even if we don't reach $1, even if we don't reach a cent, even if we don't reach all these other crazy price targets that we have, I truly believe we could at least reach 1/10 of a cent, 100 of a cent, and maybe even if not that, we're going to reach higher valuations, because overall, this community is super engaged. You guys are killing it with the burns that you guys are doing as far as bigger entertainment goes, with some of the partnerships that they've been working on recently and everything else. So guys, give yourselves a round of applause. Give yourselves a pat on the back, okay? Because the Shiba Inu army is much more than just people who are sitting all day waiting for this token to explode. This is an engaged and interactive community, and I think that for the most part, I think this is a crypto that's going to do very well in 2022. All that being said, guys, I really want to encourage you guys to hit that like button and subscribe button before we get in this video. And also, if you guys want to join our private Discord, we've been making some great plays over the last couple of days. And again, I think you guys really enjoy being in there. We have a lot to offer as far as exclusive content in there, new cryptos that we're doing research on, and a bunch of other catalysts that you guys are definitely not going to want to miss out on. So make sure you guys get in there if you haven't already. Next thing, Shiba Inu is down, unfortunately, about 3.23% on the day, which isn't beautiful. It's not amazing, but again, this is going to happen. The overall cryptocurrency markets are in a bit of a frenzy as well right now. If you look at all these other popular cryptocurrencies on the right side of the screen, most of them are, of course, in the red. If we actually go to CoinMarketCap and take a look at all of the other tokens, again, the overall cryptocurrency market is down about 2.72% on the day today. That being said, though, guys, I do think that we can recover from this quite nicely, and we can see higher prices sooner rather than later. There's a lot of interesting stuff going on with the Ukraine and Russia right now. This isn't a political channel, though, so I'm not going to obviously dive into those in much depth. But what I do want you to keep in mind is that take advantage of these opportunities, guys. We're seeing so many of these types of things happen in the market right now, where lots of other major coins are selling off, and even Shiba Inu is actually holding very strongly at these lower levels that we're trading at. Again, most of the community is buying the dip on every time we've seen a dip so far with Shiba Inu, and we're starting to consolidate and stabilize at these levels very consistently, guys, which is really good to see. It's good to see because that means that we're going to probably project, in the future at least, in a better direction. Hopefully that's the case. We will see. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think, and make sure to like this video if you guys think Shiba Inu is going to take off in Q1 or Q2 of 2022. Let's talk about some news, though, guys. We have a lot of different pieces of news that I want to cover. This one, though, I think is the most impactful. Could Shiba Inu win in the metaverse? This is a question that I've seen more and more people ask themselves. They ask their friends, their family members, everybody in between. Could this happen, right? Shiba Inu says it's working on a Shibverse, but the details are scarce so far. The global metaverse market could be worth more than $828 billion in 2028, research shows. But competition could make it difficult for Shiba Inu to carve out a significant share. Let's read a little bit more of this and see what they're saying. And also, yes, I know this is a Motley Fool article. I know that they spread FUD sometimes, so please keep that in mind. I'm not going to blindly read this article as the absolute truth. I'm going to give my own takes, obviously, on all this, and make sure that you guys are aware of what I believe as well. But if we go down further here, again, they talk about an immersive experience, maybe even VR, We might get VR with this as well, which would be really cool. But again, think about something that is basically like Sandbox or Decentraland. You have a little character that essentially moves around and interacts with the world that they live in. And that character you can kind of act through, you can do things through. And I think that's a really cool feature that not a lot of these other metaverse type tokens have. And I think that in this case, the character that we will play will likely be a dog. And it will likely, in my opinion, be a Shiba Inu in the Shib burst. Let's talk a little bit more about this and see this immersive experience though. First, it's important to note that Crypto Player has spoken about entering the metaverse before, and it's not clear if the Shib burst is part of its earlier plans or it will stand out on its own. In any case, here I'll focus on Shib burst. Shiba Inu says Shib burst will be an immersive experience for our ecosystem and metaverse space. The announcement on social media showed an image of a Shiba Inu dog in a forest with an axe in its mouth. The language also suggests that the launch will happen this year. That's another thing I think a lot of people haven't really pointed out yet, is that this is possibly a launch, guys, that we could see happen literally this year, which I think is a really good sign of overall health in the overall Shiba Inu community. Further details weren't available, but we can imagine the project, like other metaverse players, may involve the buying and selling of land in this world, and possibly the use of one of Shiba Inu tokens' more financial transactions there. Right now, Shiba Inu has 3 tokens, of course, we know about this, for staking rewards, different things like that, the DAO that they're launching, and other things like that. This is why I talk about Shiba Inu so much, guys, is that their ecosystem that they are creating and building around this, I think, is unlike anything I have ever seen before. The fact that we have these 3 tokens, they're building a whole decentralized autonomous organization for you, the holders, to have a right to vote in certain things that they want to do with the project is an awesome thing. And I think that's only going to help the overall growth and continued stability of Shiba Inu going into the future. But let's get into this part of the article here, guys. Competition is high. It's important to remember that competition is high, duh. And many metaverse pure plays like the Sandbox or Decentraland are already ahead of the game. I wouldn't say that they're ahead of the game. I would say that they're just out there in the world, right? Ahead of the game would mean that they have some type of technology or some type of innovation that they've done that would truly mean that Shiba Inu is truly behind as far as technology goes. We know they're not. We know they're working with a AAA game studio with a former Call of Duty tech lead, guys. That is absolutely bananas. And the fact that, again, Sandbox and Decentraland, yes, they do have a very diverse and interesting metaverse environment that they've built and kind of put out into the world. But again, I would not be surprised if Shiba Inu, being the number 15th market cap in the world right now, guys, if Shiba Inu blew past them as far as popularity goes with their metaverse. Again, if you try to look for Decentraland or even Sandbox, Decentraland's all the way down at number 31. Granted, that's still a big market cap, but what you guys want to keep in mind here is that, again, Shiba Inu clearly has much more of a popularity and much more of a community that would be willing to take part in this overall environment. I think this is interesting, guys. I think that Shiba Inu's metaverse will be an absolute success, and I think that the overall community in this community, especially you guys, if you're liking this video, commenting this video, watching this video all the way through, subbing to the channel, whatever you're doing, I'm sure you guys are excited for it too. And I'm sure many of you are going to take part in it. There will probably be all kinds of different ways to earn Shiba Inu within the metaverse. That's what they do with Decentraland. That's what they do with Sandbox. And again, guys, it's very exciting. I think that there's going to be some really cool stuff with there either way. If you guys haven't already, really want to recommend that you guys pick up a free stock with the first link down in the description below at public.com. Again, it's a great way to get some free money and literally pick up a free stock that could be worth all the way up to $300, guys. Why not give it a shot? Why not give it a try? See if you guys get something from it. If you don't, you will get something, whether it's $1 to $300. Why not? Give it a shot if you guys want to do that. Make sure to hit the like button, guys. Make sure to hit the subscribe button. I think Shib will start to recover quite nicely here once the markets start to stable out. We've seen a lot of unsurety, a lot of volatility in the markets, but I think that will correct itself soon as we see more and more, talking points, if you will, from the federal government, at least here in the United States and abroad in other countries as well. Make sure to hit that sub button and the like button, guys. But other than that, that's all I have for you guys today. I'm Kyle, and I'll see you guys later.